Ah, yes. Get in. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Festive 500. This is my first time doing it, and it was a bit of a last minute decision, to be honest. So today is Christmas Eve, and it was only literally a few days ago that I even considered doing this. So yeah, didn't have much time to think about it, or overthink about it, shall I say, and decided just to crack on with it. So it's just gone 5:30 a.m. I've got a bit of a plan. I'm not sure how well it'll work out, but I'm going to start off on Zwift in the garage here because it's like far too dark outside and I don't want to be out at 5:30 ideally. So I'm going to do about 40k I think here on Zwift, have a 20-minute break, something like that, and then maybe head outside. I'm definitely going to wait until it's a little bit lighter, so maybe 7:30, something like that. In terms of the route that I'm doing on Zwift, it's that really flat one, Tempest something or other. I'm trying to make this as easy as I can for myself. I haven't done anywhere near this amount of mileage in the space of 8 days before, so I don't want to go picking routes that are hilly or anything like that and just going to slow me down and take more time. It's going to take a considerable amount of time as it is, and I do have a family to think about now, so hence why I'm up early getting it done first thing. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this 40k. I think that's 2 loops of this course that I'm on at the moment, so hopefully that'll take hour and 20, something like that. Hopefully not too long. So yeah, I'll finish this one up and I'll probably see you when I'm out on the roads. Right, so at the halfway point, about 26k in, I've come along the Tark Trail from home all the way to Torrington. I'm just going to have a quick snack and a quick drink before heading back. I want to try and get on with it, to be honest. Power's been a little bit higher than I'd have liked. It was more like zone 3, top end zone 3, so I'm going to dial it back a little bit on the way home because still got 7 more days of it. So my snack of choice is going to be a mince pie, of course. You'd be absolutely horrified to hear how many mince pies I've eaten in the last week or so. But thankfully, most of them have been homemade, so I've got no idea how many calories are in them. But yeah, have a mince pie and then diet starts January 1st. So I'm going to crack on and I'll see you when I'm back home. Good morning and Merry Christmas. Today is the 25th of December, day 2 of the Festive 500. Now, I have to thank Stacey for being very accommodating and let me get a quick ride in this morning. It's just come up to 5:30 again, so early doors for me. I just want to get an hour done. If I can do something like 35k in an hour, I'd be really pleased with that. It is Christmas, and so the family is the #1 priority today. So I do appreciate being able to have the time to get a ride in this morning. I'll be honest, my sleep hasn't been great the last couple of days. Sounds silly, but I think it's a bit of like anxiety about waking up in time and getting the ride done and trying to film it as well. Something I'm not used to doing. But once I get going, I'll be absolutely fine. Not taking it hard or anything today. On my legs, yesterday, not so much today, but yesterday my legs were absolutely killing me for some reason. Didn't go hard on those 2 rides that I did, but they felt really stiff later on. So we went out for a walk and I also had a quick bath in the afternoon. That seems to have helped. So if that's how they feel after day 1 and 100k, I dread to think what they'll feel like at the end of these 8 days and also after Ironman Wales in September. So I'm definitely going to need to get more time in the saddle, and this is a good starting point for that. Something I did notice in yesterday's ride is that my power was higher than I'd have liked. I was hoping to stick to like zone 2, but even outside it was creeping up into zone 3 quite a bit. So trying to take it a bit easier today. So as I said, plan is to do maybe an hour this morning, and then I'll try and do a bit of a longer one tomorrow on Boxing Day. time permitting, but should be alright if I start early enough like today. So yeah, I don't think I've got anything else particularly to say at the moment, so I'll crack on with this. Have a great Christmas. Well, I hope you had a great Christmas, and I'll see you tomorrow on Boxing Day. Hello, good morning. Boxing Day today, 26th of December. So we are 3 days into the challenge. Early doors again, back on Zwift. Doing a slightly different route this time called TikTok, I think it is. So still flat, but not as pan flat as the other one that I did on Christmas Eve. I'm planning on doing 30-40k on here, probably 40, and then doing a similar approach to Christmas Eve and having a bit of a break, let the sun actually come up a bit, and then head outside. I'm not sure how long I'll do outside, as I think it's due to rain around 8 o'clock, but we'll see. I'd like to do at least 30, I think. Get an hour and a bit in, and that keeps me ahead of schedule. I think the average mileage per day around 60 something kilometers if you averaged it out over the 8 days, so I think I'm ahead of that still, which is nice, just to not rush and kind of catching up to do that sort of thing. The legs are feeling okay today. As I said yesterday, they were feeling pretty rough after Christmas Eve, but yeah, they're fine today. But yet then again, yesterday's ride was a bit of a shorter one, so I'm going to crack on, get this done. If I don't see you once this ride's finished, I'll see you out on the roads. Right, so that is 60k on Zwift done. I went on a little bit longer than I planned. I think I'll just shorten the outside ride a little bit and do 20k-ish, just to make it up to 18. Might be a little bit more depending on the route I pick. I think I'm going to head out towards Instow on the road, and then drop back onto the Targ Trail, back to Fremington, and then back home to here in Roundswell. So yeah, just going to take a bit of a break now, say good morning to Stacey and Jack, they're probably awake by now, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to take the GoPro. It's due to be raining, and I don't fancy either the GoPro getting wet or me stacking it while trying to record on the GoPro. So yeah, I'm going to leave the GoPro firmly here in the garage, and I'll leave the Strava image thing on the screen as usual. By the way, if for whatever reason you fancy following me on Strava, seeing what training I'm doing, I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. If you want to go follow me on there, you're more than welcome to. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, get the 80k done for the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, welcome to day 4 of the Festive 500. Back in the garage again this morning on Zwift. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different today and do a double session. The last few days I've either done just one session here in the garage and then an hour later or so going outside. I haven't done that every day, but today I'm going to do a session here in the garage this morning and then another one later in the afternoon. I'm planning on doing 40k each session, and at the moment I think I'm around 227k in, so just under halfway, but still with 5 days to go if you include today. So I am ahead of schedule, sort of. I think if I worked out, if I were to do the same distance every day for the next 5 days, I think I'd need to do like 56k or something like that. So another 80 today will obviously shrink that down again. My legs are feeling absolutely fine. It was only that first day where they were hurting afterwards. My undercarriage is a little bit sore, without going into too much detail there. But yeah, at the moment I found it absolutely fine. I did wonder if the mileage would be too much, but nearly halfway in, I think I'm pretty confident that I'm going to complete this. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, get this 40k done, and then I'll see you later this afternoon for the second session of the day. Okie dokie, so back for session 2 of the day. It's around 3:15 in the afternoon, and I'm planning on doing about an hour and a half this afternoon. Maybe 45, 50k, something like that, and that'll be another good chunk into the 500 with, I think, 3 or 4 days still to go after this one, so I'm not going to have to do as much per day by doing more in a single day. I'll be honest and say I wasn't particularly motivated to get on the bike this afternoon, but I knew it needed to be done, and something that I've been thinking about recently that I need to try and get out of the habit of is not particularly wanting to train unless it's first thing in the morning. Now, I have got a video coming up soon on some tips on training first thing in the morning, and it's been something I've been doing for a couple of months now probably. Been getting up at literally 5 a.m. and training straight away, but by doing that I've lost interest in wanting to train at any other time, which isn't a good thing, especially as there's inevitably going to be double days as I begin training for Ironman Wales for September. There's no way I'll be able to fit in all the training that I need to get done first thing in the morning. I'm going to have to be doing some training after work or in the afternoons. So that's really just a mindset thing for me. Once I get going, I know I'll be absolutely fine. It's just getting going. Whereas first thing in the morning, you're too tired to really think about it, to be honest. So you get up and just crack on with it. Regardless, I am on the bike now, so I'm going to get it done. Hopefully the time will pass pretty quickly. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing the same t-shirt almost every day, I promise you I'm not cheating or anything like that. We're just really on top of it when it comes to the washing. So again, thank you to Stacey for helping out in that regard. So yeah, I'm going to crack on, get this done, and I'll probably see you tomorrow morning. Hello, good morning. It is the 28th today. I'm going to take today as a bit of an easier day, I think. I'm going to do around 40k and only the one session for the day. Woke up, my legs were feeling a bit heavy after yesterday, and yesterday was a bit of a bigger day. I think I did 90k in total. Something I also noticed this morning when I woke up is that my Garmin is telling me that I'm actually de-training despite all the bike mileage, and I wonder if that's because everything I've been doing for almost the last week now has been aerobic and there's been no anaerobic stuff thrown in there. I'm not gonna let that get to me or anything like that. I'm gonna finish this off and then start a new training plan in the new year. So yeah, I'm pretty much ignoring that at the moment, but it did get me thinking into the training status, the body battery, things like that are part of the Garmin Connect app, and whether it'd be worth doing a bit of a deep dive into that and how they work and doing a bit of testing. Then I can document it in a video as well. So yeah, nothing much more to say this morning, pretty standard. So I'm going to crack on with the 40k, get it done. I'll see you back here in the garage tomorrow morning, because the weather for the next few days is looking pretty pants. So I think I'll be finishing it off here on Zwift. Good morning, we're on to day 6 of the challenge now, and I've pretty much convinced myself I want to do it in just 7 days instead of the 8. And the main reason for that is because I want an extra bit of recovery before starting a new training plan, probably on January 1st. I'm going to do a video about it, but I'm going to jump back onto Trainer Road, which is what I used to prepare for Weymouth 70.3 in last year, 2021. And those training plans typically start off with a ramp test, so I want a bit of a break between finishing this challenge and then starting that to get as accurate FTP as possible. So the plan for today is another double day. I'm hoping to box off 100k in total. I was thinking about splitting it into 2 lots of 50, but I might just do, let's say, an hour and a half this morning, see how far that gets me, and then make up the rest of the distance later this afternoon. The legs are feeling a little bit heavy today, but not too bad. Nowhere near as bad as they did on Christmas Eve. that was definitely the worst day, the first day out of doing all of this. Now, what I have been doing, which I did sort of tell myself I didn't want to do at the beginning, is been using really flat routes in Zwift. And the weather's been awful here, so I haven't really had the opportunity to go outside much. And even then I stuck to the flat roads. So what I was thinking of doing is, by doing a double day today and boxing off 100k, that would leave me 30 something for tomorrow, I think 30, 40k, something like that. What I was thinking of doing was going out to Zwift for the first time as a way of finishing off the challenge. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that by doing the longer rides today. So I better crack on. So yeah, I'm going to get this 100k done today. I probably won't bother filming the afternoon session. I'll put the Strava image on screen as usual so you can see what I've done. But I'll yeah, get these sessions done and I'll see you tomorrow for the final day. Good morning, today is the 30th of December and it's the last day of the Festive 500 for me. Now I could carry this on over to tomorrow, but I think I mentioned in yesterday's clip that I decided to do it in 7 days instead of 8. And I think I also mentioned that I'm going to be finishing it off with a climb up Alpe du Zwift for the first time. So I've just started that now. Got no idea how long it's going to take, but what I am looking forward to is the descent afterwards. I think the route is about 18k. So by the time I climb to the top, descend back down, I only have a few k left to go until I hit the 500. The legs are feeling a little bit heavy today, but not too bad. As I said, the worst day was actually the very first day, Christmas Eve. Since then, they've been okay. A little bit heavy, but certainly nothing to worry about. So I'm going to crack on. I might speak to you in between while I'm climbing. If not, we'll do a final wrap up once I'm on the bottom and I've hit the 500k. Come on. Oh, yes. Get in. Right, so that is the Festive 500 done. Really pleased to have got that done, especially as I did it in 7 days instead of 8. So I'm not going to go on too long. The video is going to be long enough. Oh, sorry, I got a little sweat in my eye. So yeah, I did 500 kilometers on the bike in 7 days. I only went outside twice. The rest of the time I've spent on Zwift. Now, it wasn't actually as hard as I thought it would be. I've never done anywhere near this amount of mileage in the space of a week before, so that did concern me a little bit, but it wasn't too bad at all. And I think that was mainly down to picking flat routes, both on Zwift and outside. So if I were to do it again next year, I'd probably make it a bit more challenging on myself by using some hillier routes, just so I wasn't going as fast all the time and obviously getting it done quicker. But yeah, so saw some really good successes through this. Obviously the mileage itself, I climbed up Alpe du Zwift for the first time. I went sub-hour on Alpe du Zwift, which I think is pretty good going. And I noticed just as I finished up the final few kilometers there that my FTP's increased as well. So that went from, I think it was 334, 335, something like that, to I think it was 348. I'll leave it on screen, but yeah, really pleased with that. I was meant to be doing a ramp test probably on January 1st, but it doesn't look like I need to do that now because I've got my new FTP. So I want to say thank you if you've made it this far in the video. I know it's been a bit of a long one and all you've seen really is me on the bike, but I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful in some way. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you could drop this video a like and subscribe to the channel. We've got some big stuff coming next year in 2023, which I'm really looking forward to sharing with you. So thanks again for watching. Have a great new year and I'll see you in the next one.